Alright, so I'm working on this golden retriever painting. I'm almost done with it. And today I'm going to try to pick up some more of the highlights, add some shadows, put a little bit more detail in. Excuse me, I should be almost done. Just about done. So I'm going to look around, see where I need more highlights. I'm going to take a flat brush, bristle brush. It's kind of splayed, so that's spread out like that. That gives me more hairs when I kind of push it around the canvas. To the side, I'm going to take a little white, a little yellow ochre, a little burnt sienna, and I'm going to mix up a color that's a little bit brighter than what's on there, a little bit, so it has to be pretty yellow, because it is a golden retriever, so I want to have that color. I'm going to test it against what's on there. It's not much brighter than what's on there, so I need to go up higher in terms of value. Add some more white. I know right in here there's a lighter area. So what I can do is I could tap it and apply it to where I know it's going to be, and then I just kind of push it around like that. Give it kind of a furry feel. Pull it back. I don't want to make it too white because I don't want it to be too bright either. And down here, I know I have some color here. I'll tap it on and sort of pull it a little bit. I have this brush over here that I picked up last year. It has sort of indentations in there, like openings. You can paint fur with that also. Let that get blended in there. Let me go to that brush, see how that feels. The bad thing about it's a little bit wide, so it's kind of hard to use if you try to put the paint in a smaller area. See how that kind of gives you the feel of fur? Yeah, a little bit more ochre to it. That, pull it down. A little bit more highlight down here. It's kind of subtle. You have to sort of practice with it to get the right amount of pressure on the brush as you press it. You don't want to push it in too much because then you're going to smudge it. But if you don't push it enough, you're not going to get the paint on the canvas. So go around. Figure out I want more of these hairs. You can go sideways with it. You can go this way, you can go that way. You can't push it too hard because then you'll lose those hairs. Kind of pull it around there. And it has that feel on this side too. Up like that. Hey guys, thanks for coming on. So Melissa, thanks for being here. Hey Melissa, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm on every couple days here, every 2 or 3 days probably. On YouTube. I'll be making videos. Now we have some hairs going down this way. I don't want to cover everything up because then it's going to become flat because you have too much light. It's just going to get flat on me. You have to have variety. And you have hairs, so you can see how I'm making those hairs with that brush. making longer strokes like that. And then let it blend out as it goes out. There. I'm getting better at it. Even this brush takes a little bit of practice to get good at it. Have the exact right amount of pressure on the brush as you apply it. Comes up. You gotta get good at blending it down. See how I kind of started there and went up? You have to blend it in. And at the very edges, some highlighty areas there. Just kind of push them in, pull them back. The more haphazard you are, usually the better it looks, because it looks more like real fur. Alright, so that's coming together. I'm trying to just do the light areas right now, because if I go back and forth, I'm going to get muddy on me. Down here's coming down. It takes practice, even me. I'm getting better at it, I'm not great at it yet. Blend in there. Use your fingers to blend once in a while if you want. Yeah, more of this color here, light color. Blend around the background. This is more yellow over here. Cut down. Let the strokes overlap. Maybe one going up and then one coming across. See that? Keep it loose. Here and this back, it's brighter over here, so let a little bit of highlight right there. Pull it in, out. I want most of the detail in the face and less on his body. Bright right there, a little bit bright right there. So loose on me. The looser the better. You can use raw sienna too, that's similar yellow ochre. Peanut golden retriever. You have to have enough white in it. You don't want to get too yellow. Real loose down. Okay, so I've added a lot of highlights. Now when I come back in, I'm going to add some darks. Alright, so I'm going to show you, I'm just using a regular blade here. I'm going to take brown, a little black, a little burnt sienna, make a shadowy color. Just mix it into the paint that's already on the brush. I want to make it dark enough stand out against the color that's on the canvas. Use that for a shadow color. So right now, I'm looking at my reference over here, it's dark, so I'm going to add some of this. So we'll be loose, just like I was loose with the highlights, I'm loose with this. Being a little bit more careful when I'm placing the darks. I don't think I'm looking around for this brush. I bought this like 3 years ago. I don't think they even sell this anymore. Not where I bought it before. I don't know if they have it at other places. It's a nice brush though for taking dogs and cats. I like a little bit of a smaller one so I can detail things a little bit more. There's going to be shadow right in here. So I'll apply it first. Kind of wipe the brush off a little bit. Wipe the brush. If I wipe the brush and get the paint that's off that's on there, I can control it better when I work it in. So when I work it in, I can control it better. It's not getting too muddy on me. Add some white color and go over it. Covering everything. Back in from one side. And then I'm going to have a little bit of down here I have very dark shadows, so I'm going to add that in there. Brown, black, sienna, what's the other? Got some darkness in going. Here I need to match it a little bit better. With the shadows. It's coming along. I need to scroll up here so I can see you guys. It doesn't let me scroll down anymore. Let me see. It doesn't let me scroll down anymore. I know I have some more darks over here. I'm working in there lightly. Difficult brush to master, but it makes some nice effects once you get really good at it. Look at it from a couple feet on. Pretty good. And there's no shadows on the face. The face is too flat looking. This is too flat looking. Now if I want to blend this dark in here I have, I'm going to go into the light. And then work that into the dark. Without letting it blend it in without letting it get too dark. Kind of controls it on dark. Shadowies on the face. Here needs to be darker. Darkness right here. A little bit yellow there. Got a little bit too yellow there. Sort of coming in there. If my shadow's getting too yellow, I just add more burnt sienna and brown. I don't add more yellow because it's gonna, black because it's gonna turn green. You can apply it and then work it in after. You don't have to work it in right away. Just applying right there. Before I work it in, I'm going to clean the brush. So the brush is nice and clean. Maybe add a little bit of white to the brush again. So the brush is dry. If I want, like right there, I want that dark blend with that light a little better. So I'm just going to come in here. Let it work itself a little bit better. Once in the light overlap the dark. A mess or a masterpiece, that's what they call it. Usually nothing in between. It's one of those. Soften that edge right there. Trying to go back and forth, but I want to cover all my dark. Cover it a little bit. I don't want to destroy it. Back and forth, light and dark, dark and light. Blend it in there a little bit better. Cover some of that dark again. Add a little bit of medium to the paint, get it to flow off my brush a little softer. Like that line right there, I'll get that out of there. Trying to give it that nice furry look. And a little bit more yellow over in there because I want it to be a little bit more yellowish. Even in the shadows. The golden retriever has to be golden. I love that golden feel there. What happens when you add highlights, you go and lose your dark, and you have to go back and put your dark back in. Need a more white. Add a little bit of walnut, I'll kind of loosen the paint up a little bit. That's what happens when you don't have walnut oil. You apply the paint to the canvas and you can see the canvas grains. You don't want to see canvas grains. You want to see nice smooth strokes. Yeah, see that? Kind of helped a little bit right there. Smooth strokes. Just the right amount of walnut oil. Loosen it up. Smooth strokes, smooth. I'll practice with this, but I'll get better at it myself as I use it. It's a brush I haven't really used much. But it can do a lot of nice things if you really master it. Get those lines there. Don't be afraid to highlight things. There we go. It's starting to come together now. I was trying to get some better contrast. I was kind of having trouble getting it, but I'm starting to get it better now. Oops. Don't drop your brush when you paint. Rule number one. There, brighter. This painting, it needs more contrast and it needs more brush strokes. That's what's lacking at this point. Yeah, you see the hairs there better? Because I lightened the paint and I added some water oil, so I can see the strokes better. That's a little bit better. Let me stand back a little bit. Now it's starting to come together. Now let me go into some dark. And right now it's dark. I have to leave those strokes in there. That's the key. You have to brush over them too much because then you lose those hairs there. Fur. Sienna, black. Lines this way. Definitely gives it more of a furry look. It's an illusion, basically. I get out of the habit of using all these little brushes and painting individual hairs. I'm trying to get better at doing it in one stroke with a larger brush like this. Once, as soon as I say that, I'll end up using a small brush. I'm trying to leave those furry lines in there without blending them at all. happens when you work too long and you start to overwork it sometimes. I want just a little bit more light here. Just a little bit more light. What happens when you paint outdoors, you have all these noises. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely take a fan brush, and what I'm trying to do is I want this to make the head look round. So this is closer to us than here. So I'm going to fade the edges just a little bit. Soften the edges a little. All the way. Leave this a little bit more detailed. Another thing you can do is you can repaint the background and bring it right up to the edge and just blend it in. Right in here, I want some Marc Tonzillo blade in here. I'm taking a dark gray and sort of just working that in there. It's kind of how I paint. I sort of jump around from one place to the next. I see something I want improved, and I just kind of improve it. stop there. It'll just get muddy if I just keep working into it over and over and over again. So I'm gonna stop here and then probably by myself off camera. I'll sort of work on it more and detail as much as possible, and then I should be done. So thank you guys for watching, and see you on my next video.